Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, we just had the first day of the cruise, and remember, it's a group cruise on board the Discovery Princess. I got to meet everybody, and I have some first impressions of the ship. Okay, first off, let's talk, before I get into the group stuff, let me just talk about the general thought of the ship. I walked around. This ship is just about a year old now. She's been sailing. It's the newest ship, the Discovery Princess in the Princess Fleet. And so I expect pretty big things from this ship being the newest and brightest. It should be the flagship. And so far it hasn't disappointed. The ship is absolutely gorgeous. Everything seems pristine, including the staterooms still. They still seem new. I walked into the theater yesterday, and it smelled like that new car smell. It smelled like it was still brand new. And that was amazing. The theater's huge. It's really big. Had a good show with a comedian last night. And tonight is rock opera, which is supposed to be a showstopper on the ship. So I can't wait to see that. We did see the dancers for the sail away party yesterday, dancing, some of them. This is half of the crew down below. The other half were on the other side of the pool. And they welcomed us aboard for a sail away party. The whole deck was crowded with people. This ship is very, very full with a lot of kids. I guess spring break just hit here in this area, so a lot of people are jumping on the ships, and this was a relatively inexpensive cruise, all things considered, going up into Mexico. So yeah, the theater was really good, and now comes some group stuff. We have like close to 100 people on board, and the last time I had two groups so far on two different ships. We made arrangements to have dinner all in the same area, all ahead of time of the cruise. And if you've seen some of my videos earlier before getting on board, you know I was still trying to get through to the groups department and things were happening and I wasn't getting answers. But I finally get answers and things are settled. Well, got on board, went to the dining hall, they said, how many in your party? I said 90. And they said, oh, you're Don's group. I said, yes, I'm Don. They said, okay, tell everyone to follow us. And I just yelled to this big line behind me where they were lined up the stairs waiting to go into the dining hall. And I said, everybody in Don's group, follow me. And then we just walked by everybody into our designated area. And from now on, every night when we have our designated area, we just go to the dining hall and head to that area. That area is ours, reserved. We don't have to worry about, getting in line and telling us where to go for the table, etc. And there were a lot of people last night. There was always opening night, especially on a fully crowded ship. It can take a while. And I felt really bad for the young ladies and the gentlemen out front that were trying to deal with everybody to bring them in and bring them out. And people, if you don't eat really early and you try and come at 6:30, 6 o'clock when it's peak eating time, you're going to wait a little longer because that's when everyone's trying to get into the dining hall. Plus, there's people already in there finishing their meals. They have to wait, in some cases, for some areas to finish up where they can put people in. But they had our group ready. They had our reservation ready and everything was good. I went around and I asked everybody how their meal was. Everyone seemed to really enjoy the food last night. I had the pot roast last night with some potatoes, carrots, and peas. And it was absolutely delicious. I'm still on my diet. I just had the one little bowl, and that was all I ate at dinner last night. I didn't have a bunch of stuff on board as well to throw into it for until I do a specialty dining. Then I'll go all hog into it kind of thing. That's my big night on the cruise is when I do one of the specialty dinings this year on this sailing. But yeah, the food was really, really good. So main dining, food was really good. Also, in the room, I love this color scheme in the room. I love the things. The best thing about the rooms are the beds. The beds are super comfortable. The bed did not pull apart on me when I'm sleeping. I like to sleep across because I'm doing work sometimes and I'll just fall asleep and Sometimes when I'm doing that, that hole in the middle separates because it's 2 twin beds. This one didn't separate at all. The comforter is super comfortable. The air conditioning's working beautifully. It's a brand new ship. It's working. I'm very happy. Like, I really enjoy this room. It's a deluxe balcony. Has the full couch behind me. Also very comfortable. 2 TVs, tub, really good sized bathroom. Can't complain about the room at all. And so, really, I met also the cruise director, Duval, on board. First time sailing with him, and he's great. He's really lively. He dances a lot. He's a much better dancer than I am, and he's quick with a joke. He's big smile always. He, it's a first impression. It's the first night, but I saw him in the theater, and I saw him in the game show last night, as well as we had a quick chat after the game show when I was heading to the casino. I did not play. It was packed. Packed last night. Packed to the gills. Opening night. Everyone knows if you're going to try and win on opening night, because the odds get worse as you go along. And everybody was there. So, yeah, Duval, really nice guy. Really enjoyed him as a cruise director. I think we're going to have a lot of fun this week. Tonight's the Yes No game show. I'm probably going to get embarrassed completely, but so far so good. Knock on wood, as much wood as I can possibly knock on the cruise. The ship seems really, really nice, and the crew has been great. My steward, beautiful guy. He's been he just in and out, boom. Don't have to worry about anything. I explained the way I work here, because I said, if you see that sign outside saying that I'm working, don't worry about it. I didn't forget the sign to say, please clean my room. Sometimes I need to work a lot. And so if I'm working and recording, I just leave that sign on. And I said, don't even worry about checking that I might have forgot the light. Just, leave me alone. So if you see it all day, don't worry about it. And so it's been really good. So, yeah, ship is beautiful. Can't wait for the entertainment tonight. See the Broadway shows. Main dining room food was really good. Didn't hear hardly. I think one person said the pot roast was a little dry. Pork roast was a little dry. And I can see that, because most times I have pork roast on any cruise ship. It tends to be a little bit drier, unless you have gravy or something like that to mix in with it. But apart from that, everyone seemed to love the meal last night. People were even ordering lobster. They thought it was so good in the main dining. And everyone was becoming really good friends with their table mates yesterday. There was a lot of conversations going on. People were meeting and introducing each other, and people found out, hey, they lived in the same city, on one end of the city to each other, and little things like that, and just coincidence. Oh, by the way, this is that, and this is that. And it's also great to see returning cruisers back with me from previous groups, and to know that they had a good time the first time, so much so they want to come back for this one. So knock on wood again. This cruise has been wonderful. If you're wondering about the Discovery Princess, so far I'm very impressed. I do have one complaint so far. One complaint. There's a lot of kids on board, and that's not the complaint. My complaint is there's 2 main pools on the main deck, and then there's an aft pool in the aft of the ship, looking out at the wake, an infinity pool. That pool should be adults only. There should not be 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds running around in that tiny aft pool. There's 2 big pools in the main deck, right where all the families are. That should be the family zone. There should be a place where adults can get away on the ship without having to, and sit in a pool or a hot tub. The hot tubs were just packed with kids yesterday. There were hardly any adults in the hot tubs. It was all kids. But there should be an area where the adults can go and not have to have kids everywhere in there. I thought it was an adult-only area. I'm going to find out from Duval later on, and if I get a chance to talk to him tonight. But that would be my one complaint. There should, that aft pool should be adult-only, 18 plus, because it kind of takes away from the atmosphere of the aft wake view, romantic. relaxing area. You have 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds, you should be at the family area. You really should, as far as I believe. But that so far has been my only complaint on the ship. Discovery Princess has been beautiful, and I really like it. The beds, amazing beds. I could sleep all day in them. I wish I could just pack it up in my suitcase and take it home. Well, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.